Hey everybody, how's it going? This is going to be a update video, so it's going to be a bit of a long one, mostly focusing on this guy. And what I have here is a completed model. The model is going to serve two purposes. It's both a custodian guard test model for one of the custodian guard guys I plan to have. I want to make actually a full-on custodian guard battle force of a type of army within the confines, following the rules of one of two codices I'm contemplating on using. I'll go into more on that later, so I can actually use them in real games. If I wanted to take them to a tournament for whatever reason. But anyway, for that, as well as being an HQ for a non-custodian guard type of army, and it may sound a little weird. I'm gonna go over the fluff for that army in its own video once I get another rank and file test model done, which will look a lot different, or much more different, I should say, than this guy. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just want to let you know this guy's going to serve double duty. What we have here is a custodian guard style of model. I'll go over the bits used. Captain Sicaria's body. Fine cast, which is my first fine cast model I painted up. I had no problems with it. This hand, because this hand's separate, is from the Sanguinary Guard kit. This hand with the big power sword looking thing was from the Grey Knights kit. This little bit here on top of this little like shrine with skulls in it is from the Grey Knights kit. Head is from Skibber, or Skyber, however you pronounce it, and the backpack is a commander's backpack with the eagle backpack basically, and that's it. Oh, and a purity seal from a random bit, and that's it. I'm really happy with this guy, and I painted him, his metallics, with this. If it'll focus. Probably won't. There we go. The liquid gold of Vallejo, liquid metal range. I'm going to do a video more, kind of a more thorough, longish type of video on the liquid metal range, just giving you my thoughts on, not so much my thoughts, because my thoughts on it now are I like it. A little bit more of my thoughts on it, a little bit more stretched out in that video, as well as ways like how to use this paint properly without messing up the paint or anything like that. One thing I will say now, should you go out and buy it tomorrow, is do not mix it with water at all. Do not use water to clean your brushes when you're painting. Use rubbing alcohol. And do your research before you use it. It is an alcohol-based paint. It's not acrylic, it's alcohol-based. So, with that being said, the reds is just a build-up of different red colors. I think it was Mechrite red, and then Scab red, and then blood red, or Mechrite red, red gore, and then blood red or something like that, with a ball red wash. But most of the metallics on here, with the exception of the sword blade, his frag grenade over there, and little exhaust fence on the backpack there, were done with Vallejo liquid metal range. I just used standard gold. I used silver on the little emblem on his shield right there, and I used copper on the sword hilt. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It's a very fine metallic in there, so it gives you a great metallic feel. Very heavy in its pigmentation, so it's always going to settle. But once you mix it up and get the paint to the proper consistency you want, it paints up beautifully. It does kind of get it almost paints like a wash, to be honest with you. It kind of gets in the nooks and crannies a bit. But it looks great. I did not put a wash on this model at all. Some people do anyway, but I really like how it looks, and when the light hits it, it makes the natural shadow and highlighting effects. I think that's fine, so I just leave it as is. To me, it looks great. So I'm really happy with the liquid metal range from Vallejo. Pretty much sold on it, with the exception of doing bulk gun metal for certain pieces. Everything else I think will be the liquid metal range for most of my models. In fact, for my pre-Heresy 1000 Suns, I'm going to go back and kind of paint over some of the gold parts I have on there with the liquid gold range, because it is just going to make it more vibrant. One coat, no problem. That's pretty cool. I did 2 coats in certain places just to be extra secure, but really 1 coat's all you need once you get it mixed up properly, and it looks great. Always been a fan of the Custodian Guard, and I always wanted to make a Custodian Guard model, and I never really did because I wasn't a fan of any of the golds I was using, really, for doing a gold heavy army like that. And that's changed now with this thing. So this is definitely a great range. Hard to find online. It took me a little bit, but I found it. I think from Scale Hobbyist. I think they still have it. So that being said, I have not forgotten about my Let's Make a Model. Here, let me just put this in frame. I have not forgotten about Let's Make a Model at all. And I will be continuing that thing for the Dark Angels. I haven't done much work on it because I was working on that Iron Hands guy that you saw, and this guy, which are both done. And now I plan to get to the next step for Let's Make a Model. That way I can start painting them up, in addition to painting up a few other things. I'm going to do a test model for a rank and file guy for my Blood in the Void. It's another relaunch, a completely new force. It's still Space Marines, but it's now no longer the Angels of Fury. A completely new kind of launch for that, and I'm excited about it. It should be fun to paint up, and pretty quick too. And hopefully getting some Pre-Air 2000 Sun stuff redone and things like that. So just wanted to kind of give you an update. It's been a while since I put up model progress videos like this, aside from the Iron Hand guy, and this guy's really been it. But once I get the magnets situated for the Let's Make a Model series, I'll do a video on that, and then just move on from there. I'll probably do a video on some models, like another kind of update video on some things I've picked up model-wise. Not so much on unboxing, just kind of showing you what I picked up. Because I picked up a few things, so that's why. But anyways, that's really it. Again, I'm really happy with how this guy turned out, so I hope you enjoy him. I did his eyes, by the way. I don't know if I said before. If I did, I'm going to say it again. General Splatin has a great tutorial for doing eyes with washes. You do a silver undercoat, and then you put a certain color wash over it to get the eye effect. And it's a pretty quick and easy eye effect to do, and it works great, and that's how this guy's eyes are done. Anyway, just wanted to say that. And until next time, take it easy.